It's the Wendy Williams Experience, Hour of Truth. Without insulting anybody who comes up to interview on this godforsaken show, I am so glad we have no company today. It just seems I feel disconnected with you all. Like when we have guests one day after the next, after the next, after the next, I feel like, you know what I mean? It's like going out on a date and all of a sudden a third wheel shows up. You're happy to see him. You tell him, hey, I didn't know you came to this restaurant. Pull up a chair, sit down. Oh, well, we just ordered. Are you going to order too? Damn, you are? All right. Damn. Anyway, everybody, so it's just us, which is fabulous. Now, my Mario Winans song is in the other room. He said ish in it, so we got to take that out. Give you the radio edit. I didn't curse on my part, though. On my part where I am singing loud and proud, where I'm rapping it down, my 16 bars. Or is that 15?
16.
All right. 16 bars. I'm throwing down with Mario Winans. Yes, Jackie, hi. That's August 6th in Baltimore. And go to rosetours.com for details. ROSE Tours, TOURS.com. Jackie lives in Queens, but she's never been to a crab fest in Baltimore, and she's like, I want to go. August 6th, don't forget. Thank you, Jackie. I'm glad you're already planning your summertime, what you're going to do, and all like that. Congratulations to Mimi. You know, Experience, we helped her, and I know we did. First week sales, 403,755 copies. Congratulations, Mimi. I'm going to her party tomorrow night. It certainly will be a special occasion. You know what she says on her invitation? Dress festive. Now, what does that mean? For Mimi, that means, a full-blown festoon of, a big old, prom dress and whatnot. But for the rest of us who work during the day, can I just change my earrings and change my flip-flops into big shoes and come? No, Marty, that was rhetorical. I'm sorry. Silly Marty. Well, congratulations. Now she's debuting at number 1 here in the United States. She will be, it says, also big debuts around the world include number 1 in Japan, number 7 in the UK, number 4 in France, and number 2 in Canada. Great, Mimi. You're in the top 10 every place. Drinks on you? No doubt. Ooh. When are you going to be a guest on my VH1 show? I know we already talked about that, Mimi. So, Jane Fonda had a 54-year-old man named Michael Smith with a mouth full of chewing juice spit in her face at a book signing. He was chewing tobacco. Jane is promoting her new book called My Life So Far. The man waited 90 minutes in line before he spit, they say, here's the quote, a large amount of tobacco juice in Jane's face. Well, he was interviewed afterwards before the police took him away. And he said that Jane's a traitor who spit in the faces of war veterans for years. And so here's his quote. There are a lot of veterans who would love to do what I just did. So I hope it was worth it to him. I saw Ted Turner last night on the red carpet. I right after the show, I went over to the Tribeca Film Festival where Nicole Kidman's new movie was shown for the first time in the world, and it opens nationwide on Friday. All the what's and who's were there. Nobody was really slowing down to talk to anybody, really. Nicole Kidman judged by the entire red carpet. She talked to Access Hollywood, and that's it. She didn't even talk to Extra. She talked to Access Hollywood, Nancy O'Dell. Cindy Adams, the legendary gossipnista. So I look at her and I think, is that what's going to become of my life? First of all, she looks fantastic, Cindy. Cindy, hello. I was the oddly large black woman who kept staring at you in wonderment. And really, Cindy, I was just staring to say, is this what's to become of my life? Like, say I continue to gossip and stuff and, do what I do until I become 80 like Cindy Adams. Well, she looks fabulous, but she was on the red carpet by herself. She was hiding behind a door. There was no assistant. Nobody offered her a chair. This woman's 80 years old. She was on her heels. And I kid you not, like an hour and a half, she's standing there looking evil mean, and angry. I have no idea why. I figured she was waiting to talk to the creme de la creme, like, the Nicole Kidmans and, Sean Penn is in the movie and whatnot. No, she just stood there angry. Cindy, I just couldn't figure it out. That's not what I want to be. While you looked fabulous, it doesn't look like such a nice life. You are a legend to me. If I could have hopped over the red carpet, I would have offered you a chair. Of course, you would have offered me the back of your hand. I can't picture you possibly being friends with a black person. Outside of like Bobby Short, the Susie set. God rest the dead, Bobby Short. You know what I mean? Anyway, where was I? Whatever. All right, I did the red carpet. Let's talk about Demi Moore and smoking. So she came back with a good one. This is what she said. Remember last week I was telling you she was caught smoking and was in like all the magazines and stuff? Here's her quote. I grabbed Ashton's cigarette. I wanted to F with the paparazzi. I don't believe it one bit. If you look at the picture, have you guys seen the picture? I'm asking not just the studio, but you all. You don't care? All right, well, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the damn story. Fart. But just look at the picture. Does it look like she just grabbed Ashton's cigarette, or does it look like she's luxuriating as a pregnant woman with a damn cigarette?
Yeah, definitely smoking the cigarette.
Yeah, I was going to say, Marty, you're an expert.
Oh.
It's definitely her own.
Yeah, that's her own cigarette. She's not effing with anybody except for the baby in her belly. Ooh. Oh, gosh, that sounded cruel. Bad host. In the meantime, in today's newspaper, it says that, all right, there's this paparazzi guy. His name is Steve Sands. And, like, I've known about him for years just because he's, cruel to the stars. Cruel beyond what we could be here on this show. I mean, we have it in us to be the absolute cruelest, crueler than Miss Steve Sands, but I let him take that crown because, like he screamed out. Did we see All Together on E? He screams to Rebecca Romijn Stamos because she won't turn around and take a picture. How dare you act like that? No wonder, your husband left you. Remember that? She was waiting at the end? Okay. See, to me, you don't really have to do that. Because that was straight up cruel. With me, with Usher knows that I know. And by the way, let's backflash for a minute. Earlier this week, or was it last week, the word was out that Usher came out of the closet. Not only don't I believe it, but I absolutely don't believe it. Now, the experience as a show, for those of us who believe, we believe what we know, and we know what we believe, and that's that. Okay. But for Usher to come out of the closet, I absolutely don't believe that. It would take away the fun that we have here also. Please, Usher, don't do that. Yeah, I know, Marty. Marty's on top of her game. Marty just brought over a newspaper, the New American newspaper. Whoa, 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 stop the presses as Usher come out of the closet. Now, this is crazy, but apparently on the Russ Parr Morning Show, Usher came out as a full-blown bisexual, yada, 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 yada. Listen. Usher's not coming out of the closet. There's millions of girls who buy into him being a heterosexual. And he's not losing those sales, A. B, it would take away all the fun that we have here on The Experience. So, therefore, Usher, stay in. No, he didn't come out. And press an appropriate button. There you go. All right. Why am I talking like this? Because I already feel rushed. I'm looking at the clock. I'm feeling like the show's almost over and we have another couple hours. But I'm feeling, I'm feeling like I got to talk, one thing. I'm talking in bullet points as opposed to having conversation with people. I apologize. It's time for me to calm down. Do we have at least the Marcus Houston?
Yes, we got it on deck.
Can we play the new Marcus Houston, everybody? It's featured on my forthcoming CD, Wendy Brings the Heat. Ooh. It's a compilation CD. I'm only featured on one track, but I'll play that next hour because we got to get the SH word out of this particular track. But Marcus Houston just delivered this yesterday. I talked all over it, and I apologize for that. It truly is a beautiful song. It's Marcus Houston. It's called Naked, and it will be featured as a single on the Wendy Brings the Heat compilation, Volume 1 CD on Virgin Records, which comes out
this summer.
Well,
May and June.
May, June?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll call that summer.
Okay.
All right, sure. Well, here it is. It's my... Oh.
It's a Wendy Williams exclusive.
Fire! I'll do it myself.
I got something to do tonight. Listen.
Come on, baby. baby, 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 let's get naked. I like that song. All naked and stuff. It's the Wendy Williams Experience here on 107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and classic soul. Don't forget, Vaughn Harper comes in at 7 o'clock to light things up with the Quiet Storm. A nice way to unwind after a long, hot day in the city. What are we up to, like 82 degrees now? Yeah. It was 80 degrees when I landed today at the radio station. That was like 12 o'clock I got here, so. Nice. Nice weather. Promises of things to come, right? Let me talk to you about LA weight loss. LA weight loss has helped me lose, I'll just round it off, 15 pounds. It was actually a couple pounds over, but there's a couple of pounds extra. I like to play with them because if I want something fat, I'm going to eat something fat. But that 15-pound barometer, that's my barometer. I actually don't get on a scale. I haven't been weighed since I stopped LA weight loss. I'm now on maintenance. I don't go in anymore to the weight loss center, but I have my barometer jeans, several pairs of them, as a matter of fact. And the best ones that show me that the weight is still off is when I can squeeze into my Hudson jeans. And I know, because I bought them, at the point where oh gosh, I lost the weight. Let me get these jeans. And they still fit. For 15 years, LA Weight Loss has been helping millions of people lose weight. It's not a quick fix. Their program is a proven weight loss program. It's healthy, it's safe, and it's long lasting. It's supposed to be for a lifetime. And you can do it. Let them help you. I'll give you the telephone number. It's 1-800-448-TRIM. Doctors recommend LA Weight Loss to their patients. Their centers are all over the country. I'm sure that there is one near you. Just dial directory assistance, or you can call 1-800-448-TRIM. Tell them where you live or where you work, and they'll tell you where a center is near you. Probably the most important part of LA Weight Loss for me is that I wasn't required to take crazy pills. And if I couldn't make it to the gym, it's not going to be detrimental to my weight loss. Also, I love the individualized one-on-one counseling. Shout out to Diane. Diane was my counselor. You'll have one too. She'll become like a friend of yours. You'll put her in your phone book. You'll have her on redial on your phone. You'll put her in your Rolodex at your desk. Anytime you have any questions, a challenge, or a success, your weight loss counselor is there to hear about it. Find out about LA Weight Loss. You eat real food, nothing prepackaged. You don't have to measure. You don't have to walk around with a dopey scale in your bag. You lose the weight, you stabilize your weight, and then you go on maintenance, and then that's it. You'll be set for the rest of your life with a whole new you, a whole new attitude. 1-800-448-TRIM. It's a fabulous program. 1-800-448-TRIM. Thank you, LA Weight Loss, for helping me put it down and get down. Now, once you lose your weight, you'll be ready to model. Watch this segue. Pierre Cardin is conducting a model search with Details Magazine and JCPenney. JCPenney, big sponsors here on the show. This model search happens to be on Saturday, April 30th. And you have to go to the Queens Center Mall, the food court, at 12 noon for a chance to model in the show at noon. At 2 p.m. So it's really cool because the same day that you go and try out is the same day that they tell you you're model worthy. They quickly throw some clothes at you and say, okay, get back there and change. We pick you to be in 2 o'clock's fashion show. So follow what I'm saying here, aspiring models. This is Details Magazine and JCPenney. Pierre Cardin is conducting this model search in conjunction with Details and JC. It's on Saturday, April 30th at the Queens Center Mall food court at 12 noon. You be there by noon, and they'll let you know whether you have what they think it takes to model in their fashion show at 2 p.m. Now, they are looking for all male models. It says here, all male models will be wearing Pierre Cardin. Now, see, that's throwing me off. Because is this a male and female model search, or is this all males? I have no idea. It is not a part of this copy. The copy is what I'm reading off of. I'm trying to have it in a conversational form, but in actuality, my eyes are zhuzhing over the page. That's all it says. So, if I were a female, I'd go. Because at the very least, if you're single, there's going to be a whole bunch of male model types there. If you happen to be a model type yourself and they're looking for females, well, yes, be warned about the male models. Ladies. Hey, Tyson. All right. All right, so you got that information? Okay, that's good. Here you go, Art. You can keep that over there on that side. Don't forget, Friday night, the WBLS live broadcast from Lounge 42 in Mount Vernon. I'll be hosting that. And Saturday night, I'll be at the Gallery, formerly Rascals, in Jersey City. At the Gallery, I'll be hosting a party on Saturday night. Another grown and sexy function, just chic, up to the minute. What is this? Oh, we're still in the hour of truth. Okay, good. All right, lots more to gossip about. I'll finally get to Chris Tucker. I'll finally get to Young Buck, I promise, in the next break. And I'll finally get to Kobe and Vanessa and the latest going on with them. Mario Winans is being edited in the other room. And then coming up in the show after the Hour of Truth, we'll talk about Oprah Winfrey and all she's going through now that she's given Stedman the boot and whatnot. Okay? All right. Keep it where you got it. It's the Wendy Williams Experience on 107.5 WBLS. Oh, where does this music come from? I like this. Whenever I hear this, it just makes me automatically happy.
KRS-One.
Yeah.
You must learn.
You must learn. All right, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience coming at you. 107. Yeah, well, we are on 107.5 WBLS in New York. That's where the show originates, is the flagship station. But shout out to everybody listening in Hartford on Power 104.1, where you are lucky enough to get Star in the morning and Wendy Williams in the afternoon. Shout out to everybody in Philly at Power 99. You get the same nice package. And special shout out to everybody listening in South Carolina on Hot 103.9. Shout out to everybody listening in LA on 100.3 The Beat. Shout out to everybody listening in Flint, Michigan. Where else are we on? Oh, Shreveport, Louisiana. What's really good, Shreveport? Shreveport, Louisiana. I saw on the news last night that they introduced the brand new Hummer 3 in Shreveport. It looked whack, but the Shreveport was the city that they chose to unload it. They took it off the water, the waterfront. There's a lot of waterfront, a lot of riverboat gambling and stuff like that. I got to get to Shreveport. I got to see what's going on down there. You have got to be kidding me. What the hell is this that you just brought me, Marnie?
So gross.
An American mother went to a McDonald's with her 2 children, ages 6 and 8. She ordered 2 Happy Meals with chicken for her children and a hamburger with fries for herself. While they were eating, the 6-year-old was more interested in the slide across the street than he was the chicken nuggets. So the mother decided to eat one. She was in for quite a surprise without actually watching what she was doing. She brought the chicken nugget up to her mouth just when her 8-year-old son yelled, "Don't eat that." So she looked at the nugget, and to her disgust, it looks like a chicken's head, deep fried. In fact, it actually was a chicken's head. Nobody knows how it got there. The manager offered them their meal for free and 2 weeks of free meals. The mother's pressing charges and suing McDee's for $1 million.
At least it's real chicken.
Why not go hot? Shut up.
I saw on TV that somebody got a finger in their chili.
Yes, Marty. Everybody's seen that.
Well, it's on the same topic.
I understand, Marty. Thank you.
I tried.
I know, Marty. Thank you.
I don't have a full story on that either.
Well, to be continued with that one.
Fried chicken heads.
Yeah,
Fingers in the chili.
nasty. Puff, puff, pass. Look at me. Art, when will the WendyWilliamsExperience.com website be? When are you getting together with the webmaster? Now, this is ridiculous. We can't take pictures like this and put it on the website.
Right.
This is absolutely ludicrous to me. It looks real, Taryn. Here, pass it over to Taryn.
Looks real.
All right, let's move on.
Ew.
Did I even finish about that gangster paparazzi? Okay, so he approaches Demi Moore on Monday night and asked her to pose for a picture. Apparently, she was out at some sort of a new movie called A Lot Like Love, and she went to the screening with Ashton Kutcher and then their friend Amanda Peet. Apparently, he was trying to get Demi and Ashton to turn around, but they ignored him. Then he started screaming Demi's home address for everyone to hear and encouraged people to show up outside her house to harass her. So Demi did turn around. She said, "Arrest this guy." An off-duty cop was standing next to him and removed him from the situation. He was chanting her house address at both the premiere and the after party outside. And she asked that he be dealt with because she feared, the obvious. Apparently, she's got a house here in Manhattan, and he says, "I did say her building, but I don't know. I don't even know the number of her apartment. I said if we can't get the photos here, let's go to her house. I wasn't the only one saying that, and I never said harass." He probably said harass. He probably was the only one saying it. So, apparently, Kobe and Vanessa, just when we keep getting these reports that she's about to file, now she's trying to really lock it down with another baby. I hear that, Vanessa. See, in my mind, anything she does, it's just to secure her stake in the fortune. It's not because she loves him and wants to stay. That's in my mind. So I hear that, Vanessa. Okay, I'll go with you down this road. Lock him down. One baby's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Get two. You got time. You're young. You're still like 23. Alas, she's been diagnosed with the life-threatening ectopic, is that how you pronounce it, pregnancy? Yeah. She was rushed to the hospital when she was suffering sudden pain, and Kobe was right there with her. He missed his April 15th game to be with her. Kobe was terrified that he was going to lose Vanessa and the baby. Please, he had fingers crossed. Well, why are you pressing that? Oh, wrong button? Oh, okay. He pressed his own ding and his own laugh. Aw. You know, when she was fighting for her life, what do you think he was thinking? Nobody say anything. Just, right. We are so cruel. I love it. So it's been 7 months since the rape charges were dismissed, and Vanessa and Kobe have decided that, yes, they have one child, a beautiful daughter named Natalia. She's 2, but they've been praying for an addition to the family. She, because that would give her a bigger stake in his money, and he, because he's thinking that, somehow she's going to soften up and pinken up. Oh, hell no. She's hard and black forever, Negro. You've done this. You see, these are the types of things that men do to women that are not reversible when they step out and do things like that. You might stay together, but in your mind, every woman deals with it and how she's going, in her own individual way. Well, the ectopic pregnancy is rare and it's dangerous. It's when a woman fertilizes the egg or fertilizes or develops the egg outside of the uterus as opposed to in the uterus. I'll keep you posted. Kobe, I'm sorry to hear about what happened. All the way around. I know what you were hoping for.
You didn't make the playoffs either.
Much like the Gaudis with that alleged wood with the nail in it. You know, that man that they were alleged to have beat down in the alley? You know what they were hoping for. And he lived for 15 years to tell. Yo, keep it here. We got another hour, everybody.
Wendy, man.
Ex-boyfriend, he wants to fight me.
How old is everybody?
I'm 43. She's 38. And he's 40.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Oh, shoot. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. Rolling rough, rugged, and raw. Hey, everybody. Thanks for turning us on. So, Chris Tucker, what to say? He was wrong. He put everybody's life in jeopardy, and, it is what it is. You probably heard by now, we haven't gotten to it yet until this point. Chris Tucker was arrested for speeding over the weekend. The actor was driving his 2005 Bentley. He was clocked at going 109 miles per hour during a stretch of Georgia interstate. Not Atlanta, but Georgia. The cuff 'em and stuff 'em, no Negroes around here part of Georgia. Because, in my opinion, Atlanta is one thing, and Georgia is a whole nother. The rest of the state? Please. Anyway, so here he goes, forgetting what color he is, going 109 miles an hour, a Negro with money, and in his Bentley. So the troopers had to cross the grassy median, flashed all the lights and the sirens in an attempt to stop him. At one point, the troopers accelerated to 120 miles an hour to try to catch him and still couldn't catch him. So that trooper radioed ahead to get some other troopers to come and drop some of those stop devices down on the ground. But the pursuit continued. Finally, Chris Tucker's Bentley hit a rough patch of the road and was kind of forced to slow down, I guess, his rims, whatever. And so they ordered him out of the car at gunpoint, as well they should have. And he was placed under arrest. Okay, and what? He faces 1 year in prison and a $1,000 fine. Of course, he won't get 1 year in prison or even a moment in prison. He'll have to pay a fine. And you know what? He probably just got the Bentley, or at least this is the first time I'm getting it on such an open stretch where he probably felt so free. You ever get behind a fast car and just want to open it up? I used to have one of those Kanye trucks, those Porsche trucks. And truth be told, like sometimes, you get in something that has like some serious speed and you just open up the windows and the sunroof and you just hold on and punch it and it feels good. It's not right, but I understand. But okay, so that's what happened. Shout out to Pam in Harlem. Pam, stop screaming at me. I didn't know that you were a math wizard. Pam is screaming at me because all this time I'm trying to figure out how much 1/12 of a liter of urine is, and she already broke it down. It's 2.0 ounces, she says. And Michelle weighed in and she says 1/12 of a liter equals almost 3 tablespoons of urine. Okay, well, that's too much urine to be drinking. And if you're just turning on the radio, really, I don't even want to get you more mixed up in it. So listen to this. Are you ready? Drop the music. Whitney Houston has left the island. I don't know whether that's a bomb or bang. Well, according to the sources, the troubled singer Whitney Houston has finished her rehabilitation therapy on the island of Antigua less than a month after the court ordered her to get into intensive therapy. So you mean to tell me in less than a month she's kicked it? Or did this have something to do with some trick named Samara who's 19 and a no-good husband who doesn't know how to lend support? I suspect it's B, not A. Anyway, I've got more about this, but the Mario Winans song from the Wendy Brings the Heat, Volume 1, is now edited. And wouldn't you know, it was me who said ish. Because I was trying to figure out where did Mario fit ish in a Mario Winans song. And then I forgot I got so involved with my verse that I cursed. Oh. Yeah. So I was supposed to play it for you last hour, but Trev Hollywood, you had to edit, and it was in fact me who said ish, right? Yes, I was putting it down in the studio. All right, first of all, thank you, Mario Winans, for doing this song for Wendy Brings the Heat, Volume 1. It'll be out in stores May, June cusp. Shout out to Question Mark Entertainment / Headhunter. You're a fabulous executive producer. Cat Daddy. And here's Mario Winans, featuring me, Wendy Williams.
This is a Wendy Williams exclusive.
And carry on. Woo! Another heat-seeking missile off Wendy Brings the Heat, Volume 1. Due in stores May, June. Shout out to Virgin Records. Special shout out to Mario Winans for that one. Shout out to you, Whitney Houston. Stand up and carry on. Carry on, Whitney. You can do it. And I know why she left rehab. You know why she left rehab. And I'm not taking any blame in it because all we did was do what we do here on the show. Don't hate on my hustle. That's your husband and your mess. But somewhere deep inside, she's got it in her to stand up and carry on. She's just got to sober up. Now, apparently, The reason for, first of all, this Crossroads Clinic in Willoughby Bay, Antigua, is Eric Clapton's clinic. And that's where she was sent when the Georgia Fulton County Sheriff's Office received an order from the county probate court to apprehend her. So you see she went there kicking, screaming, not on her own. So she's not ready. She's not ready to sober up. And Bobby is having a good time and not making anything easier. Now, it goes on to say here, the reason for the order and who issued it remains confidential information. Whitney Houston's latest rehab stint, which started on March 23rd, shocked fans who were already convinced that she had conquered her demons last year after a high-profile battle. However, it goes on to say, she won't be returning to Atlanta, to her home that she shares with Bobby Brown, because guess what? From Antigua, she's been transferred to another clinic in her nearby neighborhood. So you know what this is all about. This is about Bobby and that 19-year-old tramp and the National Enquirer doing stellar investigative work. And us calling and people knowing. See, it's not about her being in rehab. I don't think she was embarrassed about that part. She's embarrassed about the allegations surrounding Bobby. Right? And somewhere inside me, I don't feel bad about what we did, like making our phone calls and whatnot. That was the National Enquirer, and I'm not blaming them either. That's Bobby. Why can't you rub off? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you wait until she gets out? Why do you have to? You ain't no good. All you gotta do is say, stand up and carry on. The only thing that stopped me from doing great takes on that song, like the first couple times I did it, because I'm an emotional fool, a Cancer, July 18th. I'm crying between all the takes. And the sound engineers, they don't all know what's going on in there, because I'm not having any, those famous studio stories that we often gossip about here on the radio. There will be none of that. I know exactly what goes on in studios. Sometimes I get some of my best information about artists via studio sessions. And even though that was nothing scandalous of me crying and all like that, but I didn't want anything extra on the tracks. As soon as I felt it coming down, out of my eyes, I'd excuse myself and go in the bathroom, and I'm just like breaking down, just bawl, stand up. And all right, the best I can tell you is, excuse me, I took a laxative before I came here. I have to go to the bathroom. Just anything but revealing. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Mario Van Peebles. Hey, well, you too. Shout out to Mario Winans for producing, and Jimmy Henchman and Caesar Entertainment. Cesar? Czar. I'm sorry, Jimmy Henchman and Czar Entertainment. And special shout out to Baby Paw Ambrose for suggesting that I be on the track. Baby Paw, thank you so much.
Legendary Baby Paw.
Yeah, legendary. We go way back. But it was hard. I mean, it was only 40 minutes worth of trackage that I did, but 40 seconds rather. But it was just like, people go through so much in their lives and whatnot, and I'm doing my part, and I'm bawling. After that, I needed a drink. I went right to the Laugh Factory. It was last Wednesday I did my part. Yeah. Trying not to mess up my makeup. I knew I had public to see, but I'm all depressed. When I get in the car, all I want to do is go home, and carry on. I went to the Laugh Factory and carried on there. Ha, 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 ha. And it's another Wednesday. Don't forget the Wendy Williams Comedy Experience. For all of you out-of-towners, if you are ever in New York City and it happens to be a Wednesday night, I'll be there. 42nd Street and 8th Avenue. It's the Laugh Factory, the legendary one. There's one in L.A. and now there's one here in New York. And every Wednesday is the Wendy Williams Comedy Experience. Some of the best comedians in the world, boy. Doors open up at 8 o'clock. The jokes start at 9. Oh, yeah. Stand up and carry on.
Wendy, man.
Presently, my husband just got discharged from the military. But now he's home, and I just want to tell him to get the out.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Hey, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience, about to wind down another, I would say, grueling work day. But you know what? I can't lie. There's nothing grueling about this work day. I love it here. I like to hide out here when the rest of the world is going crazy, as a matter of fact. Well, they say, according to Michael Glynn's article, it says that Oprah Winfrey is moving to Hollywood and leaving behind Stedman. She's moving her show, the Oprah Winfrey Show, to California. No more Chicago. And they say that this represents the final nail in the coffin of the relationship for almost 20 years. Not to mention, Oprah is sick and tired of the very, very cold Chicago winters. And, she's 51 now, lost all this weight, ready to drop it like it's hot, and certainly is not turning down the advances of Jamie Foxx, from what I'm understanding. Stedman is 54. He's been out there. Hey, Cat Daddy. Mm-hmm. They've been together, of sorts, since 1987. And had canceled numerous weddings, and everything has just kind of run out of steam. He's quietly moved out of the apartment that they shared together in Chicago for years. And they say that the split is kind of helping her make some clarification as to the priorities in her life. So now she's got this place in Modesto, California. She started building this place, 2 years ago? Mm-hmm. That's when she saw the 50th birthday coming. And she had a plan back then. Futuristic vision, I like to call it. She had that futuristic vision back then. So now the place has been ready, and she's moving there. And Modesto is, I think they say, like an hour's drive. Oh, by the way, her place is called Tara 2. After the Gone with the Wind mansion, Tara 2. And so they say that she's going to base herself in Montecito, or whatever it's called, and then commute to Los Angeles to do her show. Closer to the limelight. Now that she's ready for her red carpet close-up and stuff, you can see how much she loves getting her picture taken. And why not? So now she's close to all the red carpet action, and she says that she wants her show, they're saying, to turn into a celebrity interview show. All right. Goodbye, Steady. Hello, Oprah and Jamie and whatever else lies ahead for Oprah. How you doing, if you know what I'm saying? All right. Do we care about Ben Affleck now that he's not with Jennifer Lopez? I don't. So I will quickly tell you that he has asked this plain Jane Jennifer to marry him. Okay, let's move on. Who cares? Do we care that Nicolette Sheridan of Desperate Housewives is going to be getting married sometime this summer? They say she's engaged right now. Well, the big deal is that she's inviting everybody but Terry Hatcher to the wedding, which, as far as I'm concerned, keeps the pot stirring. But do we really care? The very fiber of us. So on Monday in Los Angeles, Young Buck's Monday court date in L.A. in connection with the melee at the Vibe Awards was there, but then continues on May 13th. He's already pled not guilty to deadly weapons, and so we'll have to see how it unfolds May 13th. What is today, the 20th of April? Oh, yes, my big sister's birthday. Well, we have 5 days before the estate trial of Lamont Bentley. Did I tell you guys that about Nas' participation in my project? No? Wow. All right, let me fall back then. I will tell you this. He is doing a brief college tour to promote his Streets Disciple CD. 5 dates. He's going to be at UConn. Shout out to everybody listening on Power 104.1 up there in Hartford. Yeah, UConn, everybody on campus. He's going to be on your campus. And he's going to a smattering of other places. The tour actually kicks off this Saturday. Nas is going to be on campus. And then it wraps up in Chicago on May 21st at the University of Chicago. Shout out to everybody out there listening online. We've got a very large online listenership of this show. Now, why is it that Shaka Khan, who remembers Shaka Khan fighting for a damn star on the Hollywood damn Walk of Fame? You don't? Well, see, that's because you left me for dead in Philly. Now, see, Philly, you remember, because we went over this story. Shout out to everybody listening on Power 99, remember? I was following the story, continuing the gossip. You know how we did. How is it that Ryan Seacrest is getting today? Star on the walk. Complexion connection. How you doing? I really don't know what to make of it. I really don't know what to make of it. Who the hell is he to be immortalized on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? What is it? They've lowered the standards? Ryan Seacrest? Give me a break. Exactly.
After Chris Rock, they let anybody in.
Did they let Chris Rock on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
He got a star. Before Eddie.
What?
Before Eddie.
Shut up.
Before Pryor.
What? Oh, see, you have to be kidding me. Chris, you're a great man. I love you. You stopped and came back on the red carpet and the whole bit, but not before Eddie and Pryor. I'm sure you pulled hard on one and laughed about that, bro. Do you ever commit a career coup and go home and laugh about it and say, I can't believe I pulled it off? I damn sure know I don't deserve it. Not at this point in my career. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all deserve everything that we set out to do in life. But I'm saying, you know how some things happen faster than others? And you just go home and you take a long sip or whatever you do when you're, in the privacy of your own house. And you sit back and you rest your elbow on one of those plush leather chairs in your house or whatever it is you got going on and put your hand on your chin and you say, I can't believe I pulled that one off. Jeez, I didn't think this mess was going to happen for another 10 years. Jeez. I don't remember Crocker pulling this one off or whatever. For me, it's, I think of the greats in the business, radio, Frankie Crocker, Hal Jackson, whatever, When I go home and I do my thing, I'm like, only sometimes this happens. Now, don't get me wrong, because there's not that many damn coups going on.
Sometimes they put it in your face and take it away.
But for Chris Rock to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame before Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor, that's one of those go home and sit in the leather chair and I can't believe I pulled that off.
He admitted to the public, though. He couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you admit it to the public after you reckon with yourself. Yeah. You always have that quiet moment with yourself. Where do you have yours? A lot of people have them in the bathroom. With me, I usually have them in my car driving home. I turn off all the sound. Barely concentrating on the road. Sometimes you win. Stand up and carry on. I think this is where I have to go home. I've accomplished everything I set out to do today.
No, keep talking to you here, Run DMC.
Well, we played the Marcus Houston Naked off the forthcoming CD, Wendy Brings the Heat. I gave you all the Mario Winans with the collabo with me. I gave you Carlos Watson, our eligible bachelor's email. We talked about Young Buck, Chris Tucker, Mario Winans. We talked about Kobe and Vanessa. We talked about Bobby Brown and his nasty behind. We talked about Oprah and Demi. On Advice Hour, I gave you those nasty things you don't want to know, but yes, you do. And my work is done. I will talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully, those people that I shouted out at the top of the show, the ones in the hospital, hope I made you smile. The people having a tough job at work, hope I made you chuckle. You all, it's my pleasure to be here to serve you every day. I love you for listening. We'll talk tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Peace party people. See you later. I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night. Program complete.
Okay, with them out of the way, there's a 66-year-old woman who needs advice pertaining to her man. And plus, I do want to revisit the Whitney Houston story in its entirety. And I don't mind talking to you about Paula Abdul and her secret affair with an American Idol contestant. And I don't mind revisiting the list of things that you really don't want to know because it will gross you out, including how many farts you gulp per day. Now, you all keep it here because the bonus hour of the Wendy Williams Experience is coming up next.